Hello everyone, welcome back to Believers IAS Academy, Bengaluru. This is topic of the day, and in today's topic of the day, we are going to discuss a very important event in the geopolitics, that is Shanghai Cooperation Organization Summit. In today, we'll discuss the summit significance and also the highlights of the summit as well. Okay, so what were the outcomes and why is it significant from India and other partners? So first we'll discuss about what is Shanghai Cooperation Organization, and then we'll discuss about the outcomes. Shanghai Cooperation Organization was started in 2001 in Shanghai, China as a regional security grouping. Founding members of were China, Russia, Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, Tajikistan and Uzbekistan. So you can see India wasn't a founding member. Okay, next, later members India and Pakistan in 2011 and Iran in 2023. So currently there are 10 full-time members. Next, observer dialogue partners Turkey, Afghanistan, Belarus, Mongolia, etc. There are at the moment 17 observers or dialogue partners are there. Okay, so recently Laos joined this, and in the current summit there are also some significant changes to structural as well. We'll discuss in the summit highlights. Next, objectives of the Shanghai Cooperation Organization is counter-terrorism, extremism and separatism to focus on security of the member states. Second is economy, how promoting regional trade, connectivity and energy security. Next is geopolitics, that is multipolarity and resist unilateralism. This is also a very important aspect here. Next, structures of Shanghai Cooperation Organization. One is SCO summit, which is attended by heads of the states. Recent one was Tianjin in China, and in 2024 it was Astana in Tajikistan. Okay, so Astana, Kazakhstan. Next, SCO heads of governance council, and then there is SCO secretariat, which is present in Beijing. Surprisingly, it is present in Beijing and not in Shanghai, so do not get confused. Next, RATS, it is Regional Anti-Terrorism Support System. Okay, that is RATS, which discusses about anti-terrorism or counter-terrorism. Next, so what happened in Tianjin? The 2025 SCO summit was hosted by China in Tianjin. Heads of the states from all the 9 SCO members attended, including India, Pakistan, Russia, China and Central Asian countries. The core agenda revolved around regional security, economic integration, connectivity projects such as China's Belt Road Initiative, North-South Transport Corridor, and also energy and climate cooperation, that is oil, gas, green energy and transitions. All these things were covered in the Shanghai Cooperation Organizations. So this 2026 summit or 2025 summit in Shanghai, Tianjin was the largest in the recent years. So very important. So major outcomes of the summit. One is China pushed for a reformulated global order. China's president, that is Xi Jinping, launched a bold vision for the new global governance system, calling it for a multipolar world, inclusive globalization and resistance to bullying behavior, implicitly referring to Western powers. He also reaffirmed commitment to multilateralism and warned against Cold War style confrontations. Along with this, there are another outcome, that is Global Governance Initiative. This was mooted by Xi Jinping. He said that there should be global governance initiatives, and the core ideas of global governance initiatives are sovereign equality, rule of law has to be upheld, multilateralism, people-centric approach, and focus on real actions, not just the commitments but also real actions. Whenever there is agreement, there has to be implementation, there has to be some outcomes. So this is global governance initiative, very important, so which showcases how significant SCO has become in recent years. Next, other outcomes are China announces development bank for SCO, very important. So development bank for SCO. There is another new development bank. Write down in the comment box which organization or which institution does new development bank belong to. Okay. Next, Xi pledged to accelerate the establishment of SCO development bank, further strengthening financial cooperation among the member states. very important. So this is nothing but a China-led Shanghai Cooperation Organization. China wants to showcase itself from the regional power as a global power at the moment. Next, counter-terrorism resolution. Strong emphasis on joint fight against terrorism, separatism, and extremism. And one of the significant outcome was a joint statement condemned cross-border terrorism, which is a key Indian demand. Pakistan tried to water it down the references, but India's push to keep the language strong was upheld, because most of the members who attended this signaled or condemned Palgam attack. This, you can say, is one of the major diplomatic victory for India. Diplomatic victory, because whenever there is a counter-terrorism issue or whenever there is a terrorism attack that happened in India which involves Pakistan, China is most of the times very silent on this because of the strategic interest with Pakistan. But this time it is not the case. China, along with all the members, condemned Pahalgam terror attacks. Okay, that is why it is a very significant improvement for India's diplomatic relations. Next, about Afghanistan dialogue. That is, SCO agreed to coordinate efforts for stability in Afghanistan, especially after rising Taliban activities. India stressed that Afghan soil must not be used for terror against other countries, an indirect Pulwama reminder to Pakistan. Next, connectivity and trade. Push for linking Central Asia with South Asia, but here is the catch. Many projects are tied to China's Belt and Road initiatives, which India refuses to join because it violates sovereignty via Pakistan occupied Kashmir. Okay, so in this aspect, India was not very happy about Belt and Road initiatives. Why? Because the Belt and Road initiative, if this is India and if this is Pakistan occupied Kashmir, the Belt and Road initiative, one part of Belt and Road initiative is CPEC, that is China Pakistan Economic Corridor. It passes through this India's Pakistan occupied Kashmir, so which undermines sovereignty and territorial integrity, territorial integrity of India. So as a result, India is vehement on opposing Belt and Road initiative. Despite the closing relation between India and China, one aspect where India kept its distance is from Belt and Road initiative. Okay, next, with respect to energy and tech cooperation, new initiatives on renewable energy, green hydrogen and regional power grids. India backed cooperation but pushed for transparent and sovereign respecting projects. The project should be transparent and they should respect the sovereign as well. China Pakistan bloc versus India. This is one of the sticky position that India is in. Okay, very difficult situation or difficult spot India is in. That subtle alignment of China and Pakistan on the connectivity issues such as CPEC. India countered by aligning with Russia and Central Asian states to balance trade and anti-terror focus. So within the Shanghai Cooperation Organization, there is a sub-blocks. One is led by China, another one is led by China, India and Russia. So none of the countries wants to give away their leadership. Next, with a specific emphasis on India, the strategic dimensions. So in the Shanghai Cooperation Summit, India had certain assertive messaging. That is, at the summit, Prime Minister Modi sent a calibrated messages. That is, to the USA, India said that India stays strategically autonomous and not swayed by tariff pressure. It is nothing but direct message to Trump administration. Next, to Pakistan, India said firm stance against cross-border terrorism, indirect reference to Pahalgam attack or the direct reference to Pahalgam attack as well. Next, to China, that is, it reaffirmed readiness to protect national interest while seeking dialogue-based engagement. Next, Modi also emphasized a forward-looking vision for Shanghai Cooperation Organization founded on three key pillars, that is SOC or SCO, that is security, cooperation and opportunity on the lines of Shanghai Cooperation Organization. Security, connectivity and opportunity. This was given by Prime Minister Modi. Next, what are the opportunities and challenges for India post this SCO summit? There are lots of opportunities with respect to counter-terrorism legitimacy. That is, SCO's condemnation of Pahalgam attack boosts India's international standing and counters narratives from China as well as Pakistan. Pakistan always said that the terror attacks in India are not our attacks. Okay, it said that it is done by terrorists and we are not housing terrorists, they are coming from India only, they are coming from other country, but we have nothing to do. That has been the long standing opinion of Pakistan, and China has allowed back this one. But this open criticism of Palgam attack is a key victory for India. Tech and idea leadership, that is adoption of India's vision and influence in AI cooperation reflects New Delhi's growing soft power footprint in the regional discourse. Again, the way India is focusing on technology is also helping boost its soft power. Okay, next, bilateral momentum, improved ties with China, that is resumption of direct flights, visa relaxation and increasing trade relations, and sustained warmth with Russia enhances connectivity and energy security. So this complete SCO summit goes as a signal to USA. In the recent days, USA has been on a provocative stance, such as Trump called India as a dead economy. Trump also said that India is making blood money out of or profiteering out of US relations, and Peter Navarro, that is US State Advisor, called Ukraine conflict or Ukraine war is Modi's war. And recently that Peter Navarro also said that out of Ukraine war, the Brahmins of India are getting more money, the Brahmins of India are getting more profit. So it just goes out to show that they are going beyond and like way beyond to criticize India, to single out India, but for that India is not heading out. So India is staying true to its strategic autonomy and energy security. Next, challenges, geopolitical imbalance, that is despite India's presence, the SCO still leans heavily in favor of China-Russia leadership models. Next is connectivity limitation. Land access to Central Asia remains constraint for India, limiting trade and strategic leverage. So focusing more on Central Asian trade and connectivity will help in increasing India's economy as well. Next, competing narratives. India must counter attempts to portray its deeper engagement with SCO partners as a shift away from its Western and Indo-Pacific engagements. Again, another important news. So if India is able to address these challenges, then India could use SCO as its plus point against its against its stand against USA. So this is the highlights of Shanghai Cooperation Organization, a very important event in the recent years. So you can surely expect a question on SCO in the prelims as well as next year's mains. So also there can be a question on coming EPFO exams as well. So always look into these things and also understand about SCO's significance and also SCO's systems. So with this, I will end the video. Jai Hind, Jai Karnataka.